Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dunbar Snack Bar here with Tank Busting Tuesday. It's called Tank Busting Tuesday because tanks are going to blow up. And now, I don't know if that's going to be the case for every Tank Busting Tuesday. But in this one, I know it's going to be the case. At least I should make the requirement that something's going to blow up every time I do Tank Busting Tuesday. But anyway, we are playing Wargame European Escalation. Now, you can find this on Steam and probably a number of other places too. But I downloaded it through Steam. Basically, the storyline through all of this is it's like alternative history. West Germany and East Germany are kind of at war now. The East Germans have invaded the West, or are starting to, and it's my job to kind of halt the initial advance. Now, what's cool about this game is it is obviously real-time strategy, and you can see that the environment is wide open. The graphics are awesome. There's a lot of realism to this game, and that's something that I like. Because sometimes you play some war games, and it's like, you know, everybody is fighting within like 10 yards of each other. That's really not the way that it works in real life. So with this, you have to use real military tactics, which is awesome. You know, because I've seen some people play this game and they do an absolutely terrible job, because they kind of take the Call of Duty approach, which is just, I'll go ahead and just flood at them and I'll take my chances, you know, pray and spray. You cannot do this here. It's very easy for a smaller force to take out a stronger force if you kind of prepare yourself correctly. You know, and you're the smaller force, you'll end up being on top. Or if you don't really prepare for it, and you're the larger force, you're going to get beat and beat bad. That's what I love about this. So my 4 tanks here are trying to take out the other 2. You can see it takes a while to take people out too. So it's not just something where it's like explosions everywhere, right and left. You know, you got a lot of stuff blowing up around you. You work for your kills, basically. Alright, so this is kind of the getting to know how to fight, everything like that. I'm supposed to be protecting those green guys over there, which are my allies. And somebody got hit, but so did he. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and advance to the next part now. Now, I'm trying to be as smart as I can here about how I attack. I kind of want to do this from a concealed position as much as possible. So when they do try and come back at me, it's kind of harder for them to hit. But I am out of range here, so I'm going to go into this field, expose my tanks here, and we're kind of duke it out here at long range. Now, I did get another unit just a little bit ago. He's a recon unit, so he's he is the guy who allows me to see what's in front of me. So I have to use him carefully. I have to pull him back too once my guys are about ready to engage the enemy, just so that way, you know, he's not taken out. Because if I can't see, I lose a major strategic advantage. So we're all lined up, taking these guys out here in front of us. And luckily, I mean, it's a 2-to-1 type of match here. I got 4 tanks going up against 2. I don't know necessarily how good of units these guys are here, since I've only been fighting as the West Germans here. I gotta keep remembering which ones are the good Germans. No, I'm just kidding. They're all good. But which ones were under the alliance with the Western powers and which ones were under the Iron Curtain, which is actually over here. Hence that little thing there, it says Iron Curtain. So this is going to be my first kill in Eastern Germany. Booyah. Alright, so that being said, we kind of took that part. Now, kind of advancing here a little bit more, you can see that my recon unit has found some enemy in the trees. So I'm going to get in the trees over here. And this is why it's kind of good to have like a defensive type of offense here, because they're advancing towards me. I'm in a prepared position, or at least I'm more heavily defended than them, and I took them out a lot quicker than you've seen me kill any other 2 tanks. So at this point here, I know that there are people hiding, and I don't know, I kind of don't want to necessarily leave this cover quite yet until I find them. So I'm going to take my recon unit out, and this might be one of those videos you guys have to watch like full screen, and I'm sorry if that's the case. This is another one of those games I kind of want to see if you guys like it or not. So we've got him out of the cover. He can already see that there's enemy coming out of the trees from over there. Tanks are already on it. So they're kind of already aimed at that direction. I'm going to get my recon unit back in the trees though, because I don't necessarily want to lose him this early. And he is under attack. So tanks opening fire. Combat level 2. That's kind of like leveling up with these guys. So they keep coming at me. from this position, it's only a matter of time before I take them out. It looks like they're just armored personnel carriers, APCs. So it's not like they were really going to be that threatening to this position here. I think they could really overwhelm it. But the thing is, I've kind of noticed with this game, wherever there's armored personnel carriers, there's also infantry behind them. And that's them. So they're just charging this position. Probably not the smartest move that has ever taken place in the history of war. So alright, we go ahead and we complete that. Now there's little stars by everything. That kind of lets you, I mean, you use these stars to go ahead and to buy upgrades for your units. So you get better tanks, stuff like that, which you can use in this, and also multiplayer, which I haven't really been able to do yet. So I don't know, I might try and do that, just kind of test around. Alright, so they've invaded me. This is my chance to go ahead and invade them. So what I've kind of cut out here, because these missions are actually a lot longer than the 16.5 minutes this video is going to be. I went ahead, I've gotten some more tanks. We're crossing the river, and we're going to head over. We're going to attack their forward operating base, their FOB, which provides them supplies and everything like that. So we'll take that out, and I'm going to make sure that they don't have anybody really to kind of cross the river here anymore into my territory. So now that I have more tanks, I've resupplied them too with some of my units here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to line my guys up, and we're going to stay here in a defensive position once again, and we're just going to let them come at us. Now these are their recon units, so recon units aren't necessarily going to do too much against tanks, but man, they're moving. Obviously the closer that they get to me, the more likely I'm going to be able to hit them. So they're kind of hitting me with a two-pronged attack right now. My main line of tanks is doing a great job halting them. You can see infantry up at the top, recon units down below, and I guess some more have appeared at the top. So it's kind of a matter of time. There are my resupply units and my recon unit. I don't want to necessarily kind of miss something that's going on that side. So if I need to pull these guys back for a little bit, kind of defend my position in that trees over there, I'll be ready to do that. So just a matter of time now before these guys are done. So that was actually a pretty nice battle. I still haven't lost anybody quite yet from my my invasion, or my little what do I want to call it, my expeditionary force here. So we'll take out that. Whoa! That guy just got shot by 8 tanks all at once, or 9 actually, because I got 9 leopards. All right, so we'll take the forward operating base out, and we'll kind of get out from over here. Alright, so that being said, I think I've got everybody here. So we'll go ahead, we'll go back to the other side, the nicer side of the Iron Curtain. And that clump of trees, like I said, has been like my little base of operations here. You know, I've been holding that here, and that would kind of cover the whole area. Alright, so recon unit out in front, my main body here with another recon unit among them, kind of advancing. And we got to take that town that you can see just right on the top part. So I kind of know this is going to be tough. Recon unit now surrounded by a bunch of APCs. My tanks are in firing position, so from a distance they're going to have to try and hit him. But I lose my recon unit. No! It's the first guy I've lost. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try and fight up here. I kind of know what's ahead, so I know I can overwhelm them here if I kind of play this pretty well here. Now, since they do have the trees, they are in the defensive position. I don't think they necessarily beat me. I mean, even APCs in a good defensive position can't really destroy 4 tanks. Alright, so these guys keep reappearing. I'm going to try keeping attacking. I have to be careful about how I move, though, because there's more people up there. I mean, I kind of knew this was going to happen. So now you can see a guy just appeared there also at the top. That's actually a tank killer unit. So I'm going to have to try and see what I can do to take this guy down here pretty quick. I'm going to try and overwhelm him with other tanks and just hope my firepower can overwhelm his. We've got a good hit on him. Try and see if we can get another one on him here pretty soon. So alright, so I'm pulling the tanks back here right now because I don't necessarily know what's in front of me here. I'm going to wait for everybody to kind of get together because we're going to do this all together. We're going to charge. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to place them right behind these buildings. And what I'm going to do is, after I kind of punch through all of this, which I'm about ready to do here, I got to be careful and defend this back part here as well, because that's going to be the path that my resupply units are going to come through, and my backup recon unit here too. So I got to be careful about this, because if I kind of mismanage this and I lose a recon unit, man, it's going to be so much tougher to kind of stop these guys, because I have a feeling there's a lot more people up in the town, or at least those clump of trees right up there, who are kind of waiting for me. That's why you can't just rush into it, because there's a wide open field. I can guarantee there's a bunch of people in there just with a clear line of sight towards anybody who's coming right up there. So I'm going to try and use that strategy, kind of figure that's what they're doing, and I'm going to take and hold this up here as much as I can. Now I'm going to be using like a diversionary type of move right here, just trying to make them think I'm going to be pushing through here, at the same time kind of getting my force ready to start hiding behind those buildings. So I'm going to move that leopard. I'm going to move him up here too, because maybe this may work out in my favor where we can hold this position. But dang it, that row of trees I think is going to be well defended. Alright, so I'm not going to worry too much about it here. We're going to get up behind here, and we're going to wait. I can tell I need some fuel already for these guys, some ammo. Somebody needs to get repaired here, so I'm going to have to take my units that are used for resupply, which is a nice component of the game as well, is the fact it's not just 100% fighting. You got to do logistical support. You have to have command as a big part of it here too. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to get these guys moved up here, and then I'm going to bring my supply units in. And the guys in the rear here are going to serve as a test to see whether or not the enemy is going to be able to strike my guys. Luckily, it ends up not being the case. You can see these supply trucks up here. I've kind of made it without a hitch. Some guys are still, or some of my tanks are still on fire. But I'm going to have these guys kind of pull back, because I really don't have any other way right now to provide these guys supply. And we'll kind of go into the next mission here. If you guys want to keep seeing this, I'll go into the next mission. Kind of goes more into supply, units, which ones you can get, stuff like that. So since I have no more supply, we're going to have to do this. Alright, so rather than being too smart, I'm going to just use absolute blunt force on this here and figure that superiority of numbers is what's going to allow me to finish the rest of the enemy off. So knowing that there's guys up here in these trees, I'm going to be going along this road here. I'm not giving them a clear line of sight, just by going straight at them, but maybe following this road, take them from the side here as well and kind of flank them. I mean, there's a lot more trees in the way. Maybe that affects their line of sight. And we're going to do this a little bit at a time here. Even though I said I'm going to use this absolute blunt force basically and use superiority of numbers here. What I'm also going to do though is I am going to use cover as much as I can, because I really don't want to lose this, or lose a lot of my guys, because I don't know what's ahead. Alright, so we're going to occupy this clump of trees. Don't see anybody necessarily who's attacking me. So what I want to do though is I want to give a place for my recon unit to be able to take a look at what's in front of me. So you can see I've got that one main battle tank down there who's just kind of escorting the recon unit. In case he needs to pull away, there's somebody to kind of fight the enemy off, to give him enough time at least to get to a position where he won't be found. Alright, so here we go. We're going to be going full force out of this clump of trees. Trying to find out what's ahead. Going apparently through the house. And I've been unopposed so far. This is kind of nice. Alright, well, I have to open my mouth basically. So that seems to be coming from a far part of the tree clump. There's also some infantry right there. We took them out pretty quick. Infantry's pretty easy to take out, but the thing is infantry definitely has its uses. It's a very inexpensive unit, and if you use them correctly in a defensive setting, these guys are tough. So that being said, I know there's guys over there. So we're going to go ahead. Granted, apparently there's a couple units who feel like they have to go through the town. We're going to take this last guy out that I can see. Oh, there's infantry over there too. So let's take them too. Alright, so my guys are running low on fuel once again. There can't be that much left though. I mean, we've cleared out the trees. I think if there were people in the town up there, they probably would have come out here and tried to attack me. Since I had some guys getting really close in the city, It's probably infantry, if anything, that'd be in the city, because it'd be easy to see those tanks. All right, there's a recon unit. Come on, you guys. You got to take him down. You got to take him down quick. All right, so we got it. So that's actually the first mission here. You can tell this is not your normal war game, and that's awesome. I like this. I'm going to like this game a lot. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing it. Hopefully, you guys are going to have a lot of fun watching it. So that being said, we come away with the victory in this one. More to come. Thanks for watching my first Tank Busting Tuesday. I'll try to diversify the games a little bit here for you guys too. But again, this is Wargame European Escalation. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one.